Jane Perrone taken by Cat Lane as the resurgence in houseplants takes the UK by storm in 2018, BBC Gardeners World Live has introduced a new stage dedicated to the art of indoor gardening, Blooming Interiors. The Blooming Interiors stage brings indoor gardening gurus to the fore, including Matt Biggs, author of Practical Guide to Growing Healthy Houseplants, and Jane Perrone, presenter of podcast On the Ledge. Michael Perry, Mr. Plant Geek, completes the lineup with an exclusive houseplant edition of his Weird and Wacky Plant Show. Complementing the houseplant hotshots, British Florist Association experts present daily demonstrations on how to create the most stunning indoor displays with your garden flowers. You can even pay a visit to renowned floral designer Jonathan Mosley and his team on the British Flower Bus for more floristry tips, situated next to the Blooming Interior stage. Then all you need to do is start creating your own indoor jungle. Browse over 100 places selling quality plants, many suitable for indoor gardening, in the Floral Marquee and Plant Village at BBC Gardeners World Live, June 14 to 17 at Birmingham's NEC. From streptococcus, orchids and air plants to cacti, carnivorous plants and the stunningly colorful coleus, you'll be spoiled for choice. As houseplant mania hits the streets, we've asked Jane Perrone, famed gardening editor of Guardian and presenter of On the Ledge, for her top tips for extending your garden indoors. 1. Know your plants. Houseplants come in all shapes and sizes, and all have different requirements for watering, feeding, light, humidity and potting compost. For instance, plants that come from tropical climates tend to like moist soil and high humidity, whereas cacti from desert areas are happy in dry air and don't need watering as much. The more you can find out about the houseplants you own, the better you'll be able to care for them, so invest in a good book on houseplants or join an online community to connect with others who share your interests. And listen to On the Ledge podcast, of course. 2. Don't overwater. Most houseplants are killed by one thing: too much water. Confusingly, plants are just as likely to be wilting because they are waterlogged as opposed to because they are short of water. Always test the compost with your finger before watering, and as a rule only water when the soil feels dry down to a depth of about 3 centimeters, although bear in mind point number 1, there are many exceptions to this rule. Finally, make sure you allow pots to drain and remove any water from the bottom tray or cache pot so the plant isn't sitting in water. 3. Keep them close. Stick a houseplant high up on a shelf in the likelihood as you won't spot when it needs some TLC. Instead, place your most prized houseplants somewhere you'll see them often, on the kitchen windowsill where you can look at them as you wash up, or perhaps on your bedside table. That way you can enjoy their beauty and step in quickly when your plant has a problem. For more houseplant advice, visit janeperrone.com. Celebrate the best of summer gardening at BBC Gardeners World Live, June 14 to 17 at Birmingham's NEC. Find out more and book tickets today at bbcgardenersworldlive.com.